I'm Michelle Francesca, very excited for this Inspiration for Life program with my beautiful friend, EVA TRABSZO. I'm so glad you have some of your art in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to pan out, but I'm definitely going to be putting your website address up on this post when we post this, and want to hear all about your art, how you go about your work. So we'll kind of go one thing at a time. Tell us a little bit about what's behind you right now, because they are pencil drawings. Is that right?
Yes, my background was my home. So whatever I do now, I did learn at home simply from my mom. And we were not very wealthy. All my mom could provide was simply pencil. And of course, she was always telling me when the time will come when she will be able, she will buy me paints and all of this colorful words. Uh, Somehow it just stayed the pencil that time, but this is how I believe I mastered it to the level I could, that was in my ability. And yeah, and did not draw many years. So after losing mom, I set myself the time away from art. It was just too painful. It was too much for me, to even dare to touch it without her on my side.
Wow.
However, after that time, and I would count 27 years of me being totally different, being a mom, doing many different things in my life. Of course, the career, how you going to name it. It came the time when the kids grown up, and the whole situation in my life changed, and I found it back again. I found it, for the best time in my life I could really do it, because being a mom I couldn't really concentrate on it, and I'm thinking how wise the
Yes.
world can be creating this for us. And I don't regret the time when I was away from making art, but this is how, with the biggest happiness and satisfaction, I am back on the boat again, and creating with whatever is within me, whatever I also accumulated over the whole time of my experiences.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you've said some beautiful things there. So I just love that. I didn't really know that story, that you only had pencils as a child because of
Yeah.
maybe restrictions, financial. And so because that's all you had, you became a master of pencil. And just, for those who may be just jumping on, the drawings, they're pencil drawings from scratch that Eva paints. She has so many, I don't know how many you have now. It's got to be, how many pieces do
A
you have
number
now?
I will maybe show. This is my
Okay.
workshop here.
Wow. These
So
are
it's kind
all
of,
pencil drawings from scratch.
yeah.
They are, and I've seen them up close. They are absolutely exquisite. People zoom in and go, no, wait a minute, that's got to be a photograph. It's not a photograph, it's a pencil drawing. And so if you just jumped on, Eva was sharing how that's all she had was pencil when she was young. But because of that, she mastered that use, that medium. And I did not know that also, that you was so connected with your mother in your artwork that for a time you didn't pick up the pencil. Or I'm just want to speak to anybody that's watching this. Maybe you stopped acting, maybe you stopped dancing, maybe you stopped painting, maybe you stopped playing the piano or an instrument, and it can happen to all of us. Yet the timing in retrospect is perfect, because now is the time of your life where you said, talk to us a bit more about that, where you're bringing all of your experience of your whole life into your artwork. In what way do you feel that you are bringing your whole experience of life into your creations now?
I am just thinking about the wisdom of the world, and not giving us everything the same time and everything in one package. The things are unfolding, and do we want this or not? Do we imagine this? Uh, do we imagine this line ourselves as a perfect one for us? Doesn't matter. It gives us the best thing in the best possible moment, and accepting this, we're going to be happier. It is like running against, swimming against the river way. It is better to go with it, to go with the flow. Also, I'm thinking of those impossible things for us to skip over, like the black big stones in the river. It is enough for us. We don't need to dig them off of our way. It is enough if we dance our life, if we flow all around it. And this is how life going to be just easier and possible for us still to move forward.
Yes, that is incredible wisdom. I've seen you demonstrate that in your life, and I've been so inspired by that. One of your recent pieces is a man and a woman, and it's a beautiful, loving embrace that you're demonstrating. I'll be sure to put some things up in the comments under this post, and please do visit Eva's site and profile. What inspired that piece? Because typically you've had women, many women, and then you had the man with the crow. Why many women? First, let's go there. Why have you been inspired to draw so many beautiful women and different aspects of women?
Well, starting from the very early age, when I had to carry on with my life without my guru, without my mom, I was kind of boyish girl, fighting and having my own band. These are all the things that happened to me because I wanted them, and that time I enjoyed. Later on, of course, I did feel the woman. I was a woman, I was a mother, I was a wife. However, this feminine part within me, what was still a little seed. It was not growing as quick as I was aging. I was going to reach some kind of level of being a woman. For now, I'm thinking of last few years when my life changed and when I am discovering what it really means to be a woman. And I absolutely adored our diva, our singer Whitney Houston. And one of the biggest songs ever was I am every woman, I'm every woman. And this is so big truth in this little sentence, singing with happiness, but I am every woman. I am you, I am each single elderly woman on my way, and I am little girl somewhere out there. I truly believe we are all so connected, and I can see the pieces of me in each single human creature. But recently I'm finding woman in me. That's how women all around me reflect whatever I feel inside.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Yeah, this interconnectedness that you speak about, how was that an awakening for you? Have you always been aware of that since you were a child? When did you begin to really recognize that you're seeing a reflection of yourself in the people and the women around you?
I don't want to say sad things, but the truth is life is not always leading us the sunny path. Sometimes it is the dark forest that we need to go through, dark corridors, dark tunnels. And also in my life, it did happen. Unfortunately, I had to go through something really difficult, and it is not sent our way to pull us down, but only for us to go over it, to find the strength that we were given anyway. And without this struggle, we would never recognize this within. So yes, it is the pain, it is the something that I wouldn't imagine to go through, but I still did. And things started to evolve, not things I would create for myself. I wanted easy life, but things they were sent to me for an experience. And yes, I'm drawing women because I am changing. I am changing. Sometimes in the morning, I am simply running shoeless. I'm running to my garden and I'm enjoying each single sound and each single flavor of the nature. But I can be also dressing the suit and look elegant and wear high heels comfortably. Sometimes it is life creates those changes for us to fit in. It's like I'm not changing, I'm not playing. Each single of my outfit still wears inside of itself, wears me. It is me wearing it. I'm just adjusting to the situation.
God, I love that. I love that. I think that's going to speak to a lot of women and men, because we all have to wear so many hats. I mean, you just said it so succinctly and beautifully. It is still the me, the essential me, that's wearing all of these different outfits to make my way in the world. I just think that's so beautiful. Do you have a favorite on your wall? I mean, that's got to be a very difficult question. Do you have a favorite woman that you have depicted, and what are some, maybe just talk us through some of your pieces and what you are expressing through those particular women? Because, for example, the one with the hands above the head with the covered face, that I knew from, quite a few years ago, maybe 7 years ago. Could you tell us about that one and maybe a couple of the others?
Yes, if I can move a little bit, I got them behind
Yes.
me to help me to say
That's beautiful.
what exactly in this particular moment is my favorite one is the one that I'm creating in presence. Why? Because whatever I do, whatever I create, I bring to life is actually reflecting whatever is happening in my life. And
Right.
yes, few years ago, it was, I think, the third in a row. Not sure if I can really show it.
Yes, it's so powerful.
So
Yes.
this piece was um, got into life when it was really the most difficult time for me. I was in a dark moment really, and I was still tied up. Almost I couldn't see the way out, the way through. However, this is very positive to me, very positive creation. Why? Because that time when I was drawing it, I already taken the decision. I am getting out of it. So it is called Get Free.
Beautiful. It's almost as though she's voiceless. That was what really hit me when I first saw that. I think it's definitely at least 7 years ago, and I remember resonating with it, because I also was trying to find my voice after a very dark period in my own life. So the fact that you are, isn't that the beauty of an artist? Rilke talks about art really taking us to the very edge, to a very dangerous edge, where we're expressing what's going on within us. And I see you doing that through these pieces. Beautiful. Thank you for showing us that one.
Thank you. Things happen, and women connecting to each single of them in a strength is really suitable to them. Some, well, as we all different, some are unseen, to women, and some they really drawn to it. What I imagined in my creation was the fact that I create and they can purchase, they can surround themselves with something that is really calling them, because the reflection is there. They see pieces of them either in a past or in a present, or how they want to be in a soon future. But I also imagined something that I call art to wear. So I imagined I don't only need to have this creation on the wall. I can have the woman that is supporting me, with me, on me. And
Wow.
I decided this is the time the artists can really enroll their imagination, and I decided to print my drawings also on material, and I created something you can wear. So for example, I
Yes.
got a dress, and I got this one here.
Gorgeous.
This is crystal swan, and they all saying is drawn by me. I connect very often to the women that I draw. They are real women. They are somewhere in their life. I also try always to multiply good energy, which means I am doing big research before I start to draw this particular face, this particular body, because I want to multiply good things, not other way around.
Wow. When you're actually doing the work, when you're doing the initial drawing, and I know on Instagram, Facebook, you often give us a step by step, you know, when you're in process, which is a very vulnerable thing to do. You're revealing not the full finished picture. You know, many of us are like, don't look at my work. You know, I tend to be like that. You know, I don't want to, but you are so vulnerable, and you show sometimes the stages along the way as you're going. Do you have some protocols for yourself, how you create? Do you like to meditate before you create? Do you like to be in a certain space of mind, or a state of being, before you put your pencil to the paper, in a way to convey also that positivity and that energy?
Yes, especially on the very beginning, on the very first stage of particular drawing, I do need to spend time alone. I need to have my favorite music, preferably also the fragrance around me that inspires me much or is taking me deep. I need to have candles, so a live fire next to me. What mom used to say, and I truly, truly believe in it. She said, nature, the whole world is always in balance. There is the day and night, there is a sun and the rain. All of those opposite things we can find, they balancing each other. So if I start to create something, so I bring something to life somewhere else in the world, there is the big hope coming. So I am responsible of the fact that balance to be kept. So what I do, I burn the candle. Once the candle burns down, it gives me this energy. So they are created in a balance. That's how, when you got them home, first of all, I got many, many opinions, comments, feedbacks. First of all, they bring balance, they bring stability, they bring
Yes.
something that you call peace. Um, so this is first thing. But the second thing, I like to move around with them, just also to get the essence from the surrounding world. So once they're ready to get out, they're getting out of my workshop, they either going to my garden or they walking sometimes with me. If they are pencil drawings, it's not that difficult to take them with me. So very often I got this in my place. It's not to show to people. I am really hiding myself to do the next steps. But it's just I believe each single part of the world is worth attention, and we got the job to do that.
Yes, yes. It doesn't just draw itself. You have to do that. That's incredible. You often will show pictures of your garden and you in your garden. Is your garden a particular inspiration to you?
Always, we are part of the nature ourselves, and
Yes.
the sounds and how the nature looks like, it always influencing me. Very often recently, actually, women happening with animals or with the nature. So woman with rose, or right now currently I draw dragonfly, which is a woman with two dragonflies on her shoulders. Yes, woman connected to nature. There is no more beautiful thing in the world than that.
I've noticed that over all the years we've known each other, you have a tremendous reverence for sacred places. That was something I spoke about last week. And you understand the sacredness of life. You understand each person. Tell us about your approach to life and to people.
How I live, how I want to live. I want to feel connected. So connected to myself, but also to nature, to surrounding world, to problems, but also to uh, people finding the solution to them. Very often, right now less, but last few years I was taking part of beautiful, beautiful celebrations. They were sisterhood celebrations, sisterhood gatherings, where few women who on the beginning did not know each other, who leaving their houses and their problems and their families, they love so much, but they need to separate themselves time to time to go and meet other women. They are also on their path, meeting there, not judging, not not bringing any problems, just purely accepting for us for what we are. This is the way of life I strongly believe in. I want to walk on this earth, not bringing the damage. If I can, healing it. Each single of us, if we heal ourselves, we heal this little part that we are responsible of. Um, and then more of us will do this, the better outcome for the world will happen.
Just share with us a little bit about how art, how creation can come forth from us, that co-creative potential that we each have in our own way.
Actually, what I trust if God brought me here the way I am, I was needed here. I was needed here the way I am. And I can develop myself just to show how grateful for his next creation, which I am. I am. I was a little bit stressed going live with you on the beginning before we spoken. Why? Because you are so beautiful, so experienced, so many conversations like we having now, you went through. You are the speaker, you are the writer, and for me it's not something that I would do every day. But then I was thinking, you said you will be absolutely fine, and I said, I trust you. You will lead me through your way. I don't need to be great with anything, everything in this world,
Yes.
but I need to have people that I trust. So I said, I will be just fine because I will be with you. And I'm thinking the same through the art, through whatever we do, because we all got maybe similar but different gifts, and we can share them. Sometimes, okay, I'm getting into this unstable field to me, like this conversation now. I'm not the speaker, but I got somebody who lead me through. If I would take somebody to show my art, I'm not saying we'll do exactly the same thing, but we'll try with taste what this really mean to bring on the blank piece of paper something that did not exist before. So without us, things don't happen, both good and bad. So choose good, choose good.
That, that's so beautiful. When are you inspired? What happens? What is the process for you? And if you don't feel too comfortable to speak about it, because I know each artist's creative process is different, but what is typically the inspiration? How does that come to you? What do you experience that leads you to your next piece, to your next painting or drawing or creation?
They were saying in a school or in university, never say you don't know. Imagine whatever the head will bring you, but never say you don't know. But I actually don't know until the time it comes to me. It just hits me, and then I cannot take myself back from it. It's just here and taking its place, blowing the roof of my head, and it's just happening. I just cannot help on. And yes, they are different. They are different, all of them. Sometimes they are tricky. Sometimes they really deep, like women on fight, because we
Yes.
also need to fight for our rights in this world. If we sit in a corner, nobody probably will come to save us. We need to step our foot sometimes between the things and need to say stop. Um, yes, but woman, it's a woman herself is just so beautiful creation. She brings to life many things. Kids, of course, this is the first thing that comes to your mind. But not only, I got many friends who did not happen they becoming a moms, but they are mom of either project or the art or book. They still create, they still give the birth, they still bring to life things, and I respect them a lot.
Yes, that's so beautiful. I have a similar experience where something will just kind of hit. It'll just, and then you can't undo. You can't. It's there. It's present. It's happening. I love what you said. And I think my earlier question regarding the space that you create for that is like an openness to an expectation of something coming. Do you have a way of being in the world where you stay in a place of openness to spirit and an openness to conceptions of new things?
I don't know if I understand your question. Say again.
Okay. Yes, sure. Thank you for saying that. Um, a way of,
Sorry.
a way. No, your English is so incredible. I mean, this has probably been one of the most succinct and clear discussions I've ever had, and I'm just in awe. It's so beautiful. You are so beautiful because you are so clear and beautiful. Do you, like a woman who is wanting to conceive a child, stay in a place of openness for conception of your new projects?
What to answer? I was never thinking this way. I am just the strong believer that, uh, how to say, we all carrying our own cross, I believe we come into this world to push it forward, and whatever difficulty will come to you, it is given to you in your hand, and you either will do something about this or you will fail. And their life is always about trying. Of course, you can have many trials and still not succeed on it, but you can also have unexpected, the third path, the third way that nobody even thought will happen to you, and all of the sudden is evolving and you walking it, and yeah.
That's beautiful. That is very
What
profound.
the beautiful say was, tell God about your plans and he will laugh to death. You know what, we might have our plans, but our lives, they were written somewhere else. We are like those little ants who cannot guess what humanity is. This is the distance between us and the higher God. We got no clue what was imagined for us. That's why we can do only as much, but we can do this as much, as good as is in our ability.
Wow, absolutely beautiful, incredible. I've got two more specific questions for you, but before I ask those and we begin to wrap up, tell us how people can view and get a hold of your work. And I specifically have been waiting for the right time for this interview because primarily your audience right now is in Europe, but I am passionate to see your work become widely known in the United States. And so tell us in detail, don't be bashful about it, how we can view and get a hold of your beautiful pieces of artwork.
I actually got really talented young man who at the moment lives in New York, who created my website, and there is the little icon that stands for shop. Yes, I do sell my artwork there, and they are 4 different sizes. So the one behind me, you can see this is A4 size, but the largest one is enormously big. I recently also started to paint, so going to development in whatever I do, I'm also looking for the new solutions and women happening there as well. My website is my name, and on each single product I just simply create, I will take like this, it's EVA TRABSZO. I will just, so it's www.evatrabszo.com, and I send worldwide. If somebody got a struggle to find a website, also my Instagram might help you, just sending me the message. I can answer. I don't have that many customer as yet for me not to be able to pick up each single one.
Okay. Wow. Beautiful.
I wanted just to show you the difference between the drawing, difference and similarity between the drawing on the paper and drawing on the art to wear. So this drawing is called Breathe.
Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Breathe. Look at the intricacy. Look at the intricacy of that pencil drawing. It is absolutely exquisite. And she is an inspiration to view. I want this hanging in my living room. Don't you want that hanging in your living room or your bedroom?
Thank you. And look at this now. You got this on the handbag.
Right.
So you can actually carry her with you.
I love that.
Very often,
I love that.
Very often women choosing she-wolf
Yes, she-wolf. Okay, beautiful.
And
Wow.
each woman feels absolutely protected once having she-wolf with her on you,
Yes.
in your surrounding. And seriously, people reacting on them so much.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible. We just saw a glimpse of the man with the crow. I have been wanting to ask you all along your latest piece, The Man and the Woman. What inspired that? What
Yeah,
inspired this gentleman with the crow? He is quite distinguished and extraordinary. He looks like he is from a different timeline.
the piece is called The Time of Crow. Actually, crow as a black bird is actually symbolizing the light that is coming. And I had to, between all my women, I just had to do this man to heal
Yes.
myself, to trust men back again.
Wow, Eva,
So
that's a very
that was
powerful
actually,
statement.
yeah, that was actually my healing process. And I went through it and I'm healed and I'm happy and I'm ready.
That's amazing. That is amazing. That says so much to so many of us.
I recognized, and what is the known truth? I am a woman, but I am not containing only feminine part. Each
Right.
single of us has got masculine and feminine side inside, and it is us to decide what we bring out to life, how we feel, and this is what I actually experienced in my early age. When I was teenager, I was absolutely a boy. I was boyish, totally uh, uh, like family would have their problems with me even, but at the moment I am wearing dresses, and I am allowing myself to bring this feminine side of me more to life, because it was deeply hidden before.
Wow.
So yes, having a man here, I also said we are one. We are one. I am one with this man, with whoever hurts me, with whoever brings me back to life. And I had to sit down and I had to put put the attention to each of his eyes, to the beard that I never did before. He's actually a real man. He lives in the Swiss mountains, and we connected. I did ask the permission, of course, and he was absolutely blown away. And he also saying, after this one, I probably won't let anybody else to do my portrait. That's how satisfied he was with the outcome. Also, it was a time when my energy stopped. It was like in the middle of his face, like,
Yes.
and I just couldn't do. I did something else. I just left it, did something else in the meantime, and came back to
Wow.
it. And I asked him, listen, what would you say if you wouldn't be alone on this portrait? And he said, listen, the way it goes, I just trust you, just do what you wish. And I asked him, what are your spirit animals? And he said, in 1 second, the answer came, and he said, crow, comma, ant. So he is really down to earth man. He knows things about him. He knows what describes him, how he wants to be seen by this
Mm.
world. And the little ant is there as well. It's less seen than the crow, but yeah, the time of crow came.
That is incredible. You just said so much. I've got one more question for you. If you had a few minutes where you could speak to all humanity at the same time, and you just had that opportunity to have the attention of all people all over the world, what would you want to say from your heart to people?
To such opportunity, I would probably need to get proper ready, not to lose this chance to really pass over the message that is worth passing. But
Yes.
having no chance, I would say about similarities that we got, that not differences between skin color, because we got same bones. Um, we are
Yes.
also very often in this world, people care so much for material stuff when we know we can take nothing with us. Actually, what really is priceless, there are the things that you cannot buy. There is a time, there is a family, there are friends that you care for, there is a support that you can give or be given. And these are the things that we truly need to care for. The time that you cannot buy. You can only spend this time with somebody. You can give your time to somebody, but you cannot find the store that sells minutes or hours. So we need to be very conscious, very careful how we live our life. Who with, if something does not feed you any longer, don't lose your time thinking, is this the life that I wanted? I had it really difficult to end the way I was living before and to start something else. It also taken my bravery that I had to discover within. It's not like I had it before, but we are given those gifts. We got those little drawers inside, and it is enough to discover. Um, Help each other, people, because this is the time when we will not stand alone. It's like the tree on the empty field. If it's strong, it will stand there. But if there are the many trees together, like a forest, against the big storm, it will be easier. It will be easier to still stand strong and connect, connect what, uh, what in these days is trying to do, trying to keep us home, trying to make us speaking like we speaking right now. But I'm so happy and grateful I had a chance to hug you few days ago. Um, so that is trying to build the barriers. Please go on earth. Please touch with your feet, touch the grass. Remember
Yes.
how it feels. Hear the birds, they bringing beauty, beautiful songs. They sing the same songs as centuries ago, only us, we change.
Wow.
Help each other, hug each other, give yourself also the little time for the closeness, because especially with women, I appreciate men so much. Although from women I'm getting whatever I am in need of, not having like questions, um, why I am hugging people, because I need it. I'm giving this as well, but I also need for myself. We are not created to stand alone. We are created to be in pairs, in groups. This is how our heart beats stronger and louder and more in truth.
That was just so, it's so beautiful. Everything that you're sharing. This has absolutely been the most stunning time. You, Eva, are such a stunning human, such a beautiful person and beautiful woman. And I am so thrilled beyond words, and have been from the day that we met, which was, friends, in a crowded terminal, Heathrow Airport. And it was
Thousands
as though
and thousands of people passing by, and I've
we
seen
were
your eyes.
magnetized toward each other. And within a few sentences, we were instantly friends. And that friendship has only deepened despite the fact that we have a vast distance from each other, but we have been in support of one another for all these years. And I think it's easy for anyone watching this to see why, because Eva, you are an extraordinary, exquisite person. And I thank you for the courage that you have shown in your life, in your journey, and the courage to bring forth your art and to do it so diligently that it is a treasure that we can wear, that we can display, that we can draw from, draw strength from, draw inspiration from. Eva, your wisdom just shines through in all that you do. And I just thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for seeing me this way. I see you absolutely the same, or even better. I believe we reflect each other. The beauty you see in me is a reflection of you, and other way around. I wanted to say pray. Pray for yourself inside. Pray for the world. Gather in prayings. Where one person is praying is just sending the prayer. When many people praying together, there is where we visited by the highest goods. And also I wanted to say art is actually not needed. If you would think of material stuff, what is needed? The bread and the water. But this is what is making us different from animals, from the whole world, that we need something else, some additional part that is making us feeling different, feeling deeper, feeling something else, or discovering within us that we did not expect.
Wow, an unfolding, a constant discovery. That is the beauty of it all. Oh my goodness. My dear, beautiful sister, you know how much I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, friends. And share this out. I think it's a different kind of interview. And I know that I have been deeply blessed hearing all that Eva has to say today, and I know many will. So thanks again.